Can your new PC run Forspoken on Ultra? Yo. Few things can. I guess we'll see. Thanks to the Prime Cookie. While I crashed and I was waiting for the computer to fire back up, I finally saw what people were talking about with Brian Walsh, I think his name is. He's standing trial for the murder of, was it his wife? Yeah, prosecutors allege the Massachusetts man dismembered his wife, Anna, after using their son's iPad to search for the best ways to get rid of the body. So I didn't know who this was. Chat just kept spamming his name like he was some kind of like fucking celebrity or voice crack celebrity or something. I thought it was like a gamer. But it's a fucking murderer. So right now he's on trial for this. And I don't know anything about the case, but there's this clip right now from the trial of them going over his search history. And this man's guilty as fuck. Unless a burglar broke in and searched these things for him, he is dead to rights. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Oh, here it is, here it is.
First, at 4:55 a.m. on January 1st, he searched how long before a body starts to smell. At 4:50,
It could have been anyone. Anyone looks that
stop
up.
a body from decomposing.
That's just good knowledge to have, just in case.
How to embalm a body.
I mean,
5:47 a.m.
oh, this is, oh,
10
it's
ways to dispose
tough to
of a
rationalize.
dead body if you really need to. At 6:25 a.m. on the 1st,
Jesus Christ.
how long for someone to be missing to inherit? At 6:34
This dude's so
a.m. on the 1st,
fucking guilty.
Can you throw away body parts? At 9:29 a.m., what does formaldehyde do? At 9:34 a.m. on the 1st, how long does DNA last? At 9:59
Jesus
a.m.,
Christ.
can identification be made on partial remains? At 11:34 a.m., dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body. At 11:44, how to clean blood from the floor.
Fucking Saul Goodman
At
couldn't get him out of this
11:56
one.
on the 1st, luminol to detect blood. At 1:08, what happens when you put body parts in ammonia? At 1:21 p.m., is it better to throw crime scene clothes away?
This literally
or wash
could be
them?
his son. What? What do you mean? Xavier said purple, diamond, and sly. I don't know anything about the case, but was there someone else that would have looked this up on his computer? It was his son's iPad. How old's his son? Let me see. His son is under 6. Alright, let's not rule it out, though. The 6-year-old recently did just shoot a teacher. I don't see any information about his son. But I'm assuming if he's using his son's iPad, that tells me that this was a parent that just sat their kids in front of an iPad and let it raise them. So this is probably a, like, actual toddler. Okay, how about this? I'll just be more specific. Still not giving me any info on his kids. It doesn't say anything about how old they are. Oh, here we go. The ages of his children are 2, 4, and 6. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it probably wasn't any of them using words such as, what does a body do in ammonia? Or what does formaldehyde do? Thanks the resub, Manny. I think this guy's guilty as fuck. Was he expecting to find BuzzFeed articles? What was his plan? I don't know. Does this look like a guy? Does this look like a guy that has a plan? Look at him. Fucking goofy, silly looking dude. He just looks creepy. But it actually does sound like he's looking for WikiHow articles on like murder and how to hide a body. 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. Number 3 will shock you. What if you don't need to? Well, yeah, what if there's a lot of things at play here. Maybe it's not urgent, like 10 ways to dispose of a dead body, but I'm not in a rush. 10 ways to dispose of a dead body, but it's only semi-urgent. 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if I'm on a tight time schedule. Like, you're going to get different results. It's going to be all kinds of different ways, so he needed to be specific. What caused him to commit murder? I don't know shit about the case, but just from like the little bit I've read like already, he searched on December 27th for the best state for a man to divorce. And then some of his other questions like listed in here, how long for someone to be missing to inherit? So I'm guessing the plan was instead of divorcing and potentially losing some of my assets in the divorce, I'll kill them and then also inherit some money from them, I think was the thought process. Did he not know how to delete history? Even if he deleted search history, you can still recover that shit. It's not like it's gone forever. You can subpoena that information, I'm pretty sure. You have to double delete it. 10 ways to triple delete my search history. And I do need it badly. He didn't empty recycle bin. I guess not. But yeah, I think there's a 0% shot this guy is not guilty. Is he pleading not guilty? Even all of the evidence outside of his search history seemed dead to rights. They got him on video. Walsh is seen on surveillance on January 3rd walking to a dumpster in Abington, a town about 15 miles southwest of, I guess, where this is, carrying and discarding items that appear to be heavy. He then went to an apartment complex in Abington and another in Brockton, about 4 miles west of Abington, and threw more things away. On January 4th, the day Anna Walsh's employer reported her missing and police interviewed Brian Walsh at his home, he went to Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Lowe's, and bought towels, bath mats, men's clothing, squeegees, and a trash can. Authorities later searched the dumpster contents after they were moved to a waste transfer station in Peabody, about 5 miles north, and discovered 10 trash bags containing bloodstains, towels, tape, slippers, a Tyvek suit, rugs, gloves, cleaning agents, carpets, a COVID vaccination card for Anna Walsh, hacksaw, cutting shears, hatchet, clothing, Prada purse that Brian Walsh had told investigators his wife was last seen with. This is the guiltiest man of all time. You know what he probably found, though, with all of these outrageous searches? He probably ended up on a 4chan thread that gave him the worst advice ever just to get caught easier. Unironically, that is probably exactly what happened, which is how he cooked up this strategy. Do you think he'll get a Netflix show? Christ. Maybe, probably. With the success of the Jeffrey Dahmer one, they'll probably just start doing it for every killer ever. Innocent until proven guilty. Yep. Yeah, right now I'm thinking this guy's pretty innocent. Joel Guy Jr. dismembered his parents and searched how to. Is that another case? I don't know. Joel Guy Jr. Oh, that is. The murders of Joel and Lisa Guy. How often does this fucking happen? Holy shit. This was in 2016. This isn't even long ago. The prosecution at his trial dubbed the handwritten journal found in Guy Jr.'s backpack the Book of Premeditation, as it contained detailed notes outlining his intent to murder and destroy the remains of his parents. Holy shit. This isn't silly at all. This is fucking terrifying. What the fuck? Thanks to tier 1 sturdy. What caused this? Oh, he killed them because he wanted their money. What the fuck? You know, it's never... It's crazy how oftentimes someone that commits some absolutely heinous shit like these two actually just looks the part. You know, this is not one of those cases of, man, it's always who you least expect. It is actually shocking how often they look exactly what you imagine a fucking psychopath would look like. Voice crack. The mentality can have effects on the body. I don't know though, man. What? So because he cooked up this disgusting plan, it transmogrified him into this? I don't think so, man. He tried to boil his mom's head. Yeah, no, it's actually so fucking heinous. And he wrote all of it, like he wrote his whole plan down. It's crazy. Trial took 4 days and was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. These are people that were probably brutally bullied in school for appearances. There is a slight correlation. Well, you're not wrong. There's a correlation between like childhood bullying and growing up to be like a actual fucking psycho. But I don't think there's a correlation between being bullied and then cooking up a plan to steal money from your parents by killing them. Those don't seem to track down the same path. Those seem very far removed from each other. Though I guess you could make the argument that the bullying would lead to like psychological damage, which could eventually lead you to something like that. Maybe then. Christ. This guy is a jerk. I mean, you said it. This guy is a jerk. Fuck, god damn. There's that chapter on YouTube covers this case as well. Interesting, I don't know that channel. At least I don't know it off the top of my head. Maybe I'd know some of their work. You ever read about how some psychopath serial killers have a genetic condition since they're born? I took a criminology course in college for a semester, and we studied a couple. So, like Richard Kuklinski, stuff like that. And I don't remember who the psychologist was. Dr. Park Dietz, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, there is something in some of them that is a genetic predisposition to be a psychopath. So that is true. Not tonight, Crown. What about those that... What about how some kill little animals when they're young? That's the number one indicator that someone's going to grow up to be a fucking serial killer. Like, unironically. I'm pretty sure like 90% of all serial killers started on animals when they were young. I killed ants. Well, that's not exactly the same thing now, is it? We're talking about someone that like abuses the childhood pet, kills the pet, shit like that. Yeah, kills, just goes out and kills strays. One of them did birds, like birds that they would go out, catch and kill. Correlation, not causation, it's a sign. Well, yeah, I would never make the argument that it's causation or anything. It's just, it is a very well documented correlation with tons and tons of evidence backing it as one of the earliest signs of like, this is a troubled youth that is very likely to do this same thing to human beings growing up, or when they get older. It's like the biggest red flag. Not the biggest. I actually think I could be going. I'm going on memory. I could be wrong. I think it is the biggest indicator. I'm pretty sure. I don't. Well, aside from like actually killing someone, obviously, but like the torturing of animals when they're young is, I'm pretty sure, one of the biggest indicators across all serial killers. And not even serial killers either. Just like actual killers. Like maybe they killed one person or two people. Like anyone that's done like a fucked up thing to another human being, a lot of them started on animals when they were young. We talked about it in my criminology course a long time ago now. I don't remember all of the details. But I think Richard Kuklinski, he started on like, well, his dad was abusive. I think it was his dad. It was either his dad or his mom was extremely abusive. That abuse translated to Richard Kuklinski taking like dogs onto a roof and skinning them. Dogs and cats, I think. And then that ended up with him becoming the Iceman later on. And then he was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, which apparently is extremely common for people that are like actually commit murder. What else was it? I don't remember what else now. He's the prime true fire. What about the serial killer who dressed as a clown? I don't know much about that guy. Any update on the TikTok girl accusing the professor of murder? Talking about Ashley? No. I haven't checked in the last 2 days. You don't know much about John Wayne Gacy? Mm-mm. I obviously know, like, the name. I know, like, the reputation. I just don't know too much about him specifically.